Chapter 1, Introduction to Stoic Simplicity. Stoic simplicity is a concept rooted in the philosophy of Stoicism, which originated in ancient Greece and was later developed by Roman philosophers. At its core, Stoicism teaches the importance of virtue, reason, and natural order, advocating for a life of moderation and self-control. Stoic simplicity, therefore, emphasizes living a life free from unnecessary desires and distractions, focusing instead on what truly matters. The foundation of Stoic simplicity lies in understanding the difference between what is within our control and what is not. The Stoics believe that our thoughts, actions, and attitudes are within our control, while external events and outcomes are not. By accepting this distinction, we can free ourselves from the anxiety and stress that come from trying to control the uncontrollable. One of the key practices of Stoic simplicity is to cultivate an attitude of contentment and gratitude. Instead of constantly striving for more, Stoics encourage us to appreciate what we already have. This mindset shift helps to reduce the desire for material possessions and status, leading to a simpler and more fulfilling life. Another important aspect of Stoic simplicity is to live in accordance with nature. This means recognizing our place in the world and acting in harmony with the natural order. By aligning our actions with our true nature, we can find peace and contentment in even the most challenging circumstances. In this book, we will explore various principles and practices of Stoic simplicity, drawing on the wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Each chapter will provide practical guidance on how to incorporate these principles into your daily life, helping you to cultivate a simpler, more meaningful existence. By the end of this journey, you will have a deeper understanding of Stoic simplicity and the tools to practice it in your own life. Chapter 2, Distinguishing between needs and wants. One of the fundamental principles of Stoic simplicity is the ability to distinguish between needs and wants. Needs are the essentials required for our survival and well-being, such as food, water, shelter, and clothing. Wants, on the other hand, are the desires and luxuries that we often mistake for necessities. Learning to differentiate between the two is crucial for living a simpler, more fulfilling life. The Stoics believe that our true happiness comes from within and not from external possessions or achievements. By recognizing this, we can begin to let go of our attachment to material things and focus on what truly matters. This process begins with a careful examination of our daily lives and habits. Take some time to reflect on your own needs and wants. Make a list of the things you consider essential for your well-being. Then, make a separate list of your desires and luxuries. You may find that many of the items on your wants list are not as important as you once thought. This exercise can help you gain clarity on what truly matters and what you can do without. Another useful practice is to periodically declutter your living space. Go through your belongings and ask yourself whether each item is truly necessary or if it is simply taking up space. By letting go of excess possessions, you can create a more serene and organized environment, which can lead to a greater sense of peace and contentment. In addition to physical possessions, consider your commitments and activities. Are there things you are doing out of habit or societal pressure rather than genuine necessity? Simplifying your schedule and focusing on what is truly important can free up time and energy for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. By distinguishing between needs and wants, you can begin to cultivate a life of Stoic simplicity. This shift in perspective allows you to focus on what is truly important and let go of the distractions and excess that often complicate our lives. In doing so, you can find greater peace, contentment, and fulfillment. Chapter 3, Embracing Minimalism. Minimalism is a key component of Stoic simplicity. It involves intentionally living with less and focusing on what truly adds value to your life. Embracing minimalism can help you reduce distractions, increase your sense of freedom, and cultivate a greater appreciation for the things that matter most. The first step in embracing minimalism is to evaluate your current possessions and lifestyle. Begin by taking inventory of your belongings and identifying items that are no longer useful or meaningful to you. Consider donating, selling, or discarding these items to create a more streamlined and clutter-free living space. As you declutter your physical environment, you may also want to examine other areas of your life where you can simplify. This might include your digital life, such as reducing the number of apps on your phone, unsubscribing from unnecessary email lists, or limiting your time on social media. By minimizing these digital distractions, you can create more mental space for activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Another important aspect of minimalism is to be mindful of your consumption habits. Before making a purchase, ask yourself whether the item is truly necessary and whether it will add lasting value to your life. This practice can help you avoid impulse buying and accumulate only the things that are truly important. In addition to physical possessions, consider how you can simplify your commitments and activities. Are there obligations or responsibilities that are draining your time and energy without providing much benefit? By saying no to unnecessary commitments, you can create more space for the activities and relationships that are truly meaningful to you. Embracing minimalism is not about depriving yourself of the things you enjoy but rather about making intentional choices that align with your values and priorities. By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the excess, you can create a life of greater simplicity, freedom, and contentment. Chapter 4: Practicing Mindfulness. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating Stoic simplicity. It involves being fully present in the moment and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop greater self-awareness and make more intentional choices, leading to a simpler and more fulfilling life. One of the key principles of mindfulness is to pay attention to your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This means observing them as they arise and letting them pass without getting caught up in them. By doing so, you can gain greater insight into your inner world and identify patterns that may be contributing to unnecessary stress or complexity in your life. Another important aspect of mindfulness is to focus on the present moment. Many of us spend a great deal of time ruminating on the past or worrying about the future, which can lead to unnecessary anxiety and distraction. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can reduce these mental distractions and cultivate a greater sense of peace and contentment. One way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. As you breathe in and out, notice the sensations in your body and the thoughts that arise. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple practice can help you develop greater self-awareness and clarity. In addition to formal meditation, you can incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. Whether you are eating, walking, or working, try to bring your full attention to the task at hand. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you, and appreciate the present moment. This practice can help you cultivate a greater sense of gratitude and contentment. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. This increased self-awareness and presence can help you make more intentional choices, leading to a simpler and more meaningful life. Chapter 5: Cultivating Gratitude. Gratitude is a fundamental aspect of Stoic simplicity. It involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small. By cultivating gratitude, you can shift your focus away from what you lack and towards what you already have, leading to greater contentment and a simpler, more fulfilling life. One way to cultivate gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be big or small, from a kind gesture from a friend to the beauty of a sunset. Over time, this practice can help you develop a more positive outlook and a greater appreciation for the good things in your life. Another important aspect of gratitude is to express it to others. Take the time to thank the people in your life who have supported you, helped you, or simply made your day a little brighter. This can be done through a heartfelt note, a kind word, or a simple smile. By expressing gratitude, you not only strengthen your relationships but also reinforce your own sense of appreciation. In addition to these practices, it is important to cultivate a mindset of gratitude in your daily life. This means making a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of your life, even in challenging situations. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, you might focus on the fact that you have a car and the ability to travel. By shifting your perspective in this way, you can find gratitude even in difficult circumstances. Gratitude also involves letting go of comparisons and envy. Instead of focusing on what others have that you do not, try to appreciate your own unique blessings and opportunities. This shift in perspective can help you reduce feelings of inadequacy and cultivate a greater sense of contentment. By cultivating gratitude, you can develop a more positive outlook and a deeper appreciation for the good things in your life. This practice can help you simplify your desires and focus on what truly matters, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 6: Living in Accordance with Nature. Living in accordance with nature is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy. It involves recognizing our place in the world and acting in harmony with the natural order. By aligning our actions with our true nature, we can find peace and contentment in even the most challenging circumstances. One way to live in accordance with nature is to understand and accept the natural cycles of life. This means recognizing that everything in life is impermanent and subject to change. By accepting this reality, we can let go of our attachment to outcomes and focus on living in the present moment. Another important aspect of living in accordance with nature is to cultivate a sense of interconnectedness with the world around us. This means recognizing that we are all part of a larger whole and that our actions have an impact on others and the environment. By acting with kindness and compassion, we can contribute to the well-being of the world and find greater fulfillment in our own lives. In addition to these practices, it is important to cultivate a sense of simplicity in our daily lives. This means letting go of unnecessary desires and distractions and focusing on what truly matters. By simplifying our lives in this way, we can create more space for the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. Another key aspect of living in accordance with nature is to cultivate a sense of mindfulness and presence. This means being fully present in the moment and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop greater self-awareness and make more intentional choices, leading to a simpler and more fulfilling life. By living in accordance with nature, we can find peace and contentment in even the most challenging circumstances. This practice can help us simplify our lives and focus on what truly matters, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Chapter 7: Practicing Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is a crucial aspect of Stoic simplicity. It involves the ability to control our impulses and make choices that align with our values and priorities. By practicing self-discipline, we can cultivate a life of greater simplicity and fulfillment. One way to develop self-discipline is to set clear goals and priorities. Take some time to reflect on what is truly important to you and make a list of your top priorities. Then, create a plan to focus on these priorities and let go of distractions and unnecessary commitments. This can help you stay focused and make more intentional choices. Another important aspect of self-discipline is to create healthy habits and routines. This might include setting a regular schedule for exercise, meditation, or other self-care practices. By establishing these routines, you can create a sense of structure and stability in your life, which can help you stay focused and motivated. In addition to these practices, it is important to develop a mindset of perseverance and resilience. This means recognizing that setbacks and challenges are a natural part of life and staying committed to your goals despite these obstacles. By cultivating a sense of perseverance, you can develop greater self-discipline and achieve your goals more effectively. Another key aspect of self-discipline is to cultivate a sense of mindfulness and self-awareness. This means being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions and making intentional choices that align with your values and priorities. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop greater self-discipline and make more intentional choices. By practicing self-discipline, you can cultivate a life of greater simplicity and fulfillment. This practice can help you stay focused on what truly matters and let go of distractions and unnecessary commitments, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Chapter 8: Finding Joy in Simplicity. Finding joy in simplicity is a key aspect of Stoic philosophy. It involves appreciating the simple pleasures in life and finding contentment in the present moment. By cultivating a sense of joy and simplicity, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. One way to find joy in simplicity is to practice gratitude. Take some time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This might include the beauty of a sunset, the warmth of a cup of tea, or the kindness of a friend. By focusing on these simple pleasures, you can cultivate a greater sense of joy and contentment. Another important aspect of finding joy in simplicity is to slow down and savor the present moment. This means taking the time to fully experience and appreciate the world around you. Whether you are eating a meal, taking a walk, or spending time with loved ones, Try to be fully present and mindful of the experience. By slowing down and savoring the moment, you can find greater joy and fulfillment in even the simplest activities. In addition to these practices, it is important to let go of the need for constant stimulation and excitement. Many of us are conditioned to seek out new and exciting experiences, but this constant pursuit of novelty can lead to feelings of restlessness and dissatisfaction. Instead, try to find joy in the simple, everyday moments of life. By doing so, you can cultivate a greater sense of peace and contentment. Another key aspect of finding joy and simplicity is to focus on meaningful relationships and connections. Take the time to nurture your relationships with family, friends, and loved ones. By cultivating deep and meaningful connections, you can find greater joy and fulfillment in your life. By finding joy in simplicity, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. This practice can help you appreciate the simple pleasures of life and find contentment in the present moment, leading to a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. Chapter 9. Cultivating Inner Peace. Cultivating inner peace is a central aspect of Stoic simplicity. It involves developing a sense of calm and tranquility, regardless of external circumstances. By cultivating inner peace, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. One way to cultivate inner peace is to practice mindfulness. This involves being fully present in the moment and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop greater self-awareness and make more intentional choices, leading to a greater sense of peace and tranquility. Another important aspect of cultivating inner peace is to let go of the need for control. Many of us spend a great deal of time and energy trying to control external events and outcomes, but this often leads to feelings of stress and frustration. Instead, try to focus on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and let go of the rest. By accepting the things you cannot change, you can cultivate a greater sense of peace and tranquility. In addition to these practices, it is important to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation. Take some time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This practice can help you shift your focus away from what you lack and towards what you already have, leading to a greater sense of peace and contentment. Another key aspect of cultivating inner peace is to develop a mindset of acceptance and resilience. This means recognizing that setbacks and challenges are a natural part of life and staying committed to your goals despite these obstacles. By cultivating a sense of acceptance and resilience, you can develop greater inner peace and find fulfillment in even the most challenging circumstances. By cultivating inner peace, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. This practice can help you stay calm and centered, regardless of external circumstances, leading to a greater sense of peace and tranquility. Chapter 10. Integrating Stoic Simplicity into Daily Life. Integrating Stoic simplicity into daily life involves applying the principles and practices of Stoic philosophy to your everyday routines and habits. By doing so, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. One way to integrate Stoic simplicity into daily life is to practice mindfulness. This involves being fully present in the moment and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop greater self-awareness and make more intentional choices, leading to a greater sense of peace and tranquility. Another important aspect of integrating Stoic simplicity into daily life is to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation. Take some time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This practice can help you shift your focus away from what you lack and towards what you already have, leading to a greater sense of peace and contentment. In addition to these practices, it is important to develop healthy habits and routines. This might include setting a regular schedule for exercise, meditation, or other self-care practices. By establishing these routines, you can create a sense of structure and stability in your life, which can help you stay focused and motivated. Another key aspect of integrating Stoic simplicity into daily life is to let go of unnecessary desires and distractions. This means distinguishing between needs and wants and focusing on what truly matters. By simplifying your life in this way, you can create more space for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Finally, it is important to cultivate meaningful relationships and connections. Take the time to nurture your relationships with family, friends, and loved ones. By cultivating deep and meaningful connections, you can find greater joy and fulfillment in your life. By integrating Stoic simplicity into your daily life, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. This practice can help you stay focused on what truly matters and let go of distractions and unnecessary commitments, leading to a greater sense of peace and contentment.